Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. Today is Sunday Feast Lecture. Thank you for making time in spite of your busy schedule. Today we'll be discussing a very important pastime that happened. It's called Chandan Yatra. So that's starting from Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. So that will be our topic of discussion. But before that, we'll sing this wonderful song, Jai Radha Madhava, which describes the spiritual world. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yashodananda Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaur Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janaballabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Jai Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Jaya Mahaprabhu, 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 Jaya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha, Lakshmi Narasingha, Lakshmi Narasingha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jagat Guru Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव। निताई गौर हरे बोल हरे बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की। श्रीमन महाप्रभु की। श्री 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 लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की। जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। We'll do the Mangala Charan now. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha। Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamal Bandeham Shri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathannitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhannitam Scha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha। Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayatam Surato Pango Mama Manda Matirgatihi Matsarvasya Padambojo Shri Shri Radha Matanamohanam Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunaya Vatirna Kalo Samarpaitam Unnata Ujjvala Rasam Sabhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundaradduti Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratova Sachinandanam Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Jastejase Abir Bhava Vajranakha Vajratramshtra Karmashayan Randraya Tamo Krasa Krasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuishta Om Shraum Nilachale Nivasaya Nitaye Paramatmane Balabhatram Subhadram Jagannathaya Namo Namaha Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gauradhai Puspavanto Chitra Shando Tamonado Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much for coming this Sunday. Sunday, so many things could be done. But you chose to come here. So I really thank you from the core of my heart for making the time. Every Sunday we discuss Krishna Katha here, and there's Kirtan and Bhajan. Usually Bashish Maharaj is present, so we are missing him today. So this Sunday we are going to discuss a very important topic called Chandan Yatra. So this Chandan Yatra festival is starting from this Sunday, this Tuesday. It's a great, wonderful festival, and lot of devotees they participate in the different temples. We have the deities decorated, especially in the places where it's more hot, like in India. The deities are put chandan on their bodies, and the devotees enjoy that. And by seeing devotee enjoying, Krishna enjoys. Because imagine, just if, let's say, somebody is trying to make you happy with something, and you have two options. Either you become happy, don't become happy. So if you don't become happy, what will be the reaction of the person who is trying to make you happy? He'll not be so happy, right? But if you are happy, by seeing you happy, the person who is trying to make you happy will be more happy. Same with when devotees, they take pleasure in trying to make Krishna happy. By seeing that devotee's happiness, Krishna becomes happy. So like that, Krishna is offered chandan, because this time of the year is very hot. As you see, summer is approaching. So to cool down his body, chandan is applied, because chandan mixed with camphor cools down the body. And also, the Krishna Katha. So the same principle applies. When we take pleasure in Krishna Katha, then Krishna becomes happy. The same principle. Let's say we are discussing about Krishna, and then if we are hearing with happiness, then that pleases Krishna. So just by hearing Krishna Katha with the proper attitude, we can please Krishna. On the other hand, if we are counting, okay, when it will be over, then Krishna is thinking, oh, my talk is going on, and he's counting when it will be over. Let's say somebody is discussing about you, and he's thinking, the other person says, how long this will go on? So you'll not feel good, right? So just by attentively hearing Krishna Katha, we can please Krishna. That's also a seva. So in this world today, there's a lot of discussion going on in one corner of the world on different types of bomb. It seems like everybody is experimenting on the different varieties of bomb there. But do you know who has the highest bomb? Can anybody tell who has the highest bomb? Any guesses? Can anybody tell who has the most powerful bomb? You know bomb, right? Grenades or missiles or other things. Who has the powerful bomb? America? Anybody else? We have some mics, Prabhu. Can we distribute some mics? Who has the powerful bomb? Let's see. What is your public opinion? So, any answers? Who has the powerful bomb? Yes, Prabhu.
America, Prabhu.
America?
Yeah.
Anybody else? No comments. Sensitive topic, right? Should not be discussing much about it. But let me tell you, you'll be surprised to know that we have the most powerful bomb. What is that most powerful bomb? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Why it is most powerful bomb? Because other bombs can destroy one body. It cannot do any creation. But this bomb can destroy all the suffering of all the people. It can liberate one from the suffering of life after life, birth after birth. And this bomb cannot be destroyed by anybody else. That is why this is the most powerful bomb. Other bombs can destroy one body, but this can give life to a body. And this is ahituki apratihata. Nothing can prevent this. So, that's why we distribute this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the deliverance of all the people. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.6.34 says, Etadhya atura chittanam matra sparshe chayamuhu bhava sindhu plavo drishta haricharyanuvarnanam. Etadhya atura chitta. The people of this world, they are suffering. They are in anxiety. Etadhya atura chittanam. Why they are in anxiety? Matra sparshe chaya mohohu. Matra means the senses. Sparshe. They are trying to extract happiness out of the senses. Matra sparshe ichaya mohohu. All the time they are trying to see how we can enjoy. Bhava sindhu plavo drishta. This bhava sindhu. Sindhu means ocean. Bhava means this material ocean. Plavo drishta. Plavo means like a boat. Drishta means you can cross. Haricharyanu varnanam. By doing haricharya, by discussing about the pastimes of the Lord, His holy name, His glories, you can cross this ocean. So, that's why we discuss today the glories of the Lord, which is by applying chandan to Him, we can please Him. By pleasing the Lord, we all become happy. Just like it is like putting the water in the root. So there are so many trees outside. We can individually try to water the leaves or the fruits or the branches. But an intelligent person will water the root. Krishna is the root of the universe. Just by simply serving Krishna, the whole good is done to the whole world. And that is when the whole world can be united. You know, when there's a pond, and when everyone is trying to put stone exactly at the center, it doesn't collide with each other, all the ripples. On the other hand, it becomes a powerful ripple. But if there are so many circles, they collide with each other, they don't become powerful. Similarly, today this world, there is so much chaos because we have all of our own little circles and we are constantly collide with each other. So let's have the common circle that is serving Krishna. So we are going to see some of those principles today. So this first verse, first slide, which Prabhuji has put there. So this begins, this is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter number 4. This pastime of Chandan Yatra is mentioned, where the great devotee, Srila Madhavendra Puri, he visits Braja. So for a moment, let us all forget that we are in Silicon Valley. Let's transport ourselves. Think, close your eyes and think that you just landed in Vrindavan. You are not in Silicon Valley. You are in the ancient place named Vrindavan. There are beautiful peacocks, there are birds chirping, there is a clear Jamuna river flowing, there is a nice Govardhan, and the beautiful blue boy Krishna, he is doing the pastimes. Next 2 hours, let no other thoughts disturb our mind. Okay, you can open your eyes. Verse 4.1. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri is just entering this Vrindavan Dham, where you all are situated now by your consciousness. He's mad in love of Godhead. So he's writing, first verse. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Madhavendra Puri, who was given a pot of sweet rice stolen by Sri Gopinath, celebrated thereafter as Shir Chor. Being pleased by Madhavendra Puri's love, Sri Gopal, the deity at Govardhan, appeared to the public vision. 4.1. So he's glorifying. The Gopal became Shir Chora. So we see that this particular pastime we'll see in future, that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually he just took sannyas. And by his mother, Sachimata's order, he is visiting Jagannath Puri. That is becoming the residence of him, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is going there, and what's happening is, after reaching Jagannath Puri, on the way, he stops at this place called Remuna. So Remuna, and he is discussing this particular pastime. So just now in the opening verse we saw what? So there is a Gopal deity. He gave mercy on Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri is such a special devotee. Lord in different form is glorifying him. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is discussing his pastime. Then Gopalji, he will see very soon. So the opening, and then Gopinathji. And Gopalji comes 3 times in his dream. So we'll discuss how the whole pastime manifests. So Kaviraj Goswami are offering respectful obeisances. And the second verse, Sahaje Vichitra Madhura Chaitanya Bihara Vrindavana Das Mukhe Amritera Dhara. So what Kaviraj Goswami is glorifying is Sahaje Vichitra Madhura Chaitanya Bihara Vrindavana Das Mukhe Amritera Dhar. So Vrindavan Das, mouth when the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the pastimes come, it's like Amrita the Dhar. There are many different dhara, the shrota or the streams of nectar is flowing. So you see how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is actually glorifying Vrindavan Das Thakur. So he is not feeling threatened or insecure. Quite often now, here and there, Chaitanya, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami glorifies Vrindavan Das Thakur. He's telling, I'm just doing the Uchishta Charvan. I'm just distributing the remnants of what Vrindavan Das Thakur has cherished. He glorifies Vrindavan Das Thakur as the main author of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. So we see that here how one devotee is glorifying Krishna's Kabiraj Das Goswami, the other devotee Vrindavan Das Thakur. And just by hearing the pastime, so many devotees are feeling happiness, especially this incident of Chandan Yatra where Chandan is applied. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.12, Rupa Goswami writes, Sarvapadi binirmuktam tatparatena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha shevanam bhaktiruchyate. So when rishikena rishikesha, Krishna is the master of senses. So when we please Krishna's senses, then the Krishna's then Rishikena Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. That is the highest level of bhakti. And that pleases the Lord. And just by hearing this pastime, we all can feel great satisfaction. And that satisfaction we cannot derive by accumulation. No matter how much money, assets we accumulate, our heart cannot be satisfied. That's why we see there's an emptiness in the world. Smiling faces, crying hearts. Isn't it? Plastic smiles. Externally people show up, they're very happy, but internally they're miserable. Because our nature is Jivara Sarupai Krishna Nitya Das. So when we hear about the glories of the Lord, we are settled. We are happy. So that's why, although outside may be very hot, but when we please Krishna by applying Chandan, we become happy by hearing his pastime. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.37 says, Pibantiye Bhagavata Atmana Shatam Kathamritam Shavanaputeshu Shamritam Punanti Te Vishaya Vidushita Shayam Shavanti Tat Bhajanti Tat Charono Sharorohantikam. So Pibanti, just by drinking the nectar, Pibantiye Bhagavata Atmana Satam Kathamritam Shravana Puteshu Shamritam. So when we drink through the ear, what happens? Punanti te Vishaya Vidushita Shayam. So the poison of the Vishaya, the complications of this world, they get dissolved, they are evaporated. Punanti te Vishaya Vidushita Shayam Bhajanti tat charano sharorohantikam. And we also see that Srimad Bhagavatam 1-16, the famous verse is there. Shushusha Shaddha Dhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Shanmayat Sebaya Vipra Punnatirtha Nishevanat. So, and then every day regularly if we hear Shunyata Sakata Krishna Punna Shrabana Kirtanat Riddantasta Hyabhadrani Vidunati Shuhit Satam. So, Shunyata Swakata Krishna, if you regularly hear Shunyata Sakata Krishna, Punna Shravana Kirtanam, that hearing itself is a Punna Shravana Kirtanam. Riddantasta Hyabhadrani, the Abhadra, the impure things in our heart, Hiddantasta Hyabhadrani, Vidunati Shuhit Satam. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki tada rajastamo bhava kamalo bhadayaschaye chetar etarana viddam sitam satte prasiddhati evam prasanna manasa bhagavad bhakti yogata bhagavat tatta vigganam mukta sangasya jayate Viddate hridaya granthis chiddante sarva samshaya shriyante chasya karmani drishta evatmanishvare. So what happens? Viddate hridaya granthi, that knot, that entanglement gets cut. So that's the benefit of Krishna Gatha. So let's go to the next slide. Is this I think not working, or does it work? Oh, okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Oh, perfect. So as I was saying, the Madhavendra Puri, the devotee, great devotee, in whose sampradaya Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted initiation. He, maddened by the love of Krishna, he enters Vrindavan Dham. And you know what he does? He's chanting the whole day. So sometimes people think, what are these devotees doing? They're just having some bag and they're some chanting they're doing whole day. They doesn't do anything. Get a job or do 2 jobs or earn more money. What is that you're wasting so much time? But we see that what is the real benefit? What is that most important activity by which we derive the highest benefit? That's defined in Srimad Bhagavatam 1-13. Atah pumbir dijasrishta varnashrama vibhagasa swanusthitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. So it says that samsiddhir haritoshanam is the goal by which you can please Krishna. So although Madhavendra Puri, he had this particular lifestyle. It's called Ajagara Vritti. Ajagara Vritti means just like a python. The nature of python is python sits and waits in one place till the food comes. So Madhavendra Puri is like that. He doesn't go for livelihood anywhere here and there begging, not even for begging. He just sits in one place, waits. If somebody gives food, he takes, otherwise he fasts. Why? Because he has full confidence that Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead. And he is taking care of everyone. Is any elephant is dying out of lack of food in the jungles of Africa? No. That happens only in the civilized society where many people die out of food because other greedy people take away the food. So this kind of thing is not observed. Who is feeding so many birds, so many insects? Squirrel in the winter, does it die out of food? No. Who is providing? Krishna is providing. So pure devotees have that confidence. If Krishna can take care of animals, birds, why not a human? And why not a devotee who has surrendered to him? So that's why he has this Ajagara Vritti. So to become happy in life, we do not need so many assets. At least we should not be dependent on that. We might have to do what we have to do in this world for living, but we should not think that my happiness is coming out of that asset. No. The nature of this world is, this goes ups and downs, like waves in the ocean. The nature is sine curve, the happiness of this world. It comes and goes. If we equate our happiness with acquiring things, then bad news. It goes ups and downs. Stock market you have seen, right? Always goes up and down. It's never steady. So, that's why Srimad Bhagavatam tells that 1-6 Dharmasya dharmasvano sthitam pumsam vishakshena kathasuya natpadayet yadiratim samaye bahi kevalam 1-8. 1-8 defines that dharmasvano sthita pumsam vishakshena kathasuya. Purpose of dharma is to vishakshena katha, to hear, develop attachment to hear about the glories of the Lord. Notpadayat yadiratim shrama. Otherwise, it's just a hard lever. So, Madhavendra Puri, although seemingly not doing anything, but he is doing the highest thing. Just by chanting the name of the Lord constantly. And 1 to 6 also defines Sabai pumsam paro dharma yatho bhaktir adokshaje ahaituki apratihata enatma suprasidhati. So that is the highest dharma that pleases Krishna. There are so many mental concoction in this world. Everyone is defining their own dharma. It is predicted in Kali Yuga, every lane will have its own dharma. But that's why Bhagavatam is giving a very clear definition. What is the highest dharma? Paro dharma. Sabai pumsam, for everybody, not only for one particular sect. Sabai pumsam paro dharma, yatho bhaktir adokshaje. To adakshaja, to Krishna. Bhakti. Ahaituki aprayata enatma suprasidhati. So, and also we see that Madhavendra Puri, he is completely dependent on the Lord. So you can learn all these great lessons from this just one picture. And then, what happens? That Krishna, so he comes and he comes like a small boy comes and he carries a pot of milk to Madhavendra Puri and he gives to him. And he tells, my dear Gosai, why are you fasting? Please take this pot of milk I have got for you. And Madhavendra Puri says, my dear boy, how do you know it is surprising that I am fasting? Krishna said, that small boy Gopal, he says that there are some cowherd women, villagers, they were passing by. So while passing by, they told me that this sadhu is fasting. In my village here, nobody fasts. So that's why I got this milk for you. So please drink this milk. So Madhavendra Puri then drinks the milk. And he likes the milk so much, such a wonderful taste of that milk. And end of the night, he dozes off little bit. And that time he gets a dream that this small boy, he comes to his dream. And he tells that, my dear Madhavendra Puri, I am Krishna, your worshipable Lord. So I was the one who got the milk. But I am in a bush far off from this place. And some pujaris, they just put me here. And for many, many years, I'm suffering here with so much heat, cold. I'm here. Please take me out and install me in a temple. So what happened is that, Yudhishthir Maharaj, soon after Krishna's disappearance, in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is described that after Krishna's disappearance, he leaves enthroning Parikshit Maharaj. And then, because Yudhishthir Maharaj has so much love for Krishna, he also enthrones Vajranabh, Krishna's grandson, great-grandson, as the king of Mathura, Brajadham, Brajamandal. So Vajranabh, what he does, he installs many, many Krishna's deities in the pastimes, many different pastimes. So on the top of Govardhan hill, he installs Gopalji. So when the Mughals, they attacked, then the pujaris, they put Gopalji under a bush and they leave. So the same Gopalji is bringing milk to Madhavendra Puri. So Krishna really protects, and his protection is inconceivable. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, 10.10, very famous verse. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam enamam te. So those who are constantly engaged in Krishna's seva, so Krishna gives the buddhi by which all the devotees, that person who is worshipping, he gives the proper intelligence by which they can come. And also Krishna, Krishna tells the very famous verse 9.22. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana parjupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamaham. Ananyas chintanto mam. Ananyas means without thinking of anything else. Ananyas chinta. We are thinking. We are doing so many chinta about Krishna. But what is Krishna telling here? 9.22. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Without any other deviation. We see Madhavendra Puri, what is doing? Whole day. He is not even going for his food. It's not out of laziness. He wants to utilize his time remembering Krishna. Ananyas chintayanto mam je jana paryupasate tesham nityabhijuktanam abhijuktanam yogakshemam bahamaham. I carry to them what they lack. So here Madhavendra Puri, Krishna is culling the milk himself with his own lotus hand. So Madhavendra Puri again shows this absorption in his chanting. He is so absorbed that he is not deviated. Absorption means not getting deviated by any other thing. At least if not the whole day, the morning we should spend little time, maybe 10 minutes, maybe half an hour, maybe 1 hour, maybe for those who chant 16 rounds, 2 hours or maybe 3 hours. At least that time we should practice this verse. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate. Let us not think of any other thing. If we start a side conversation, let's say you are talking to somebody, but at the same time we are talking on a phone. If I am talking to Shyama Rupa Prabhu, and then I am talking on a phone. Yes, hello. And then at the same time, how would Shyama Rupa Prabhu feel? Right? Better not to talk to this person. Similarly, let's say we are chanting Krishna's holy name or hearing his katha or something. But side window, there is a side conversation going on. How would Krishna feel? So similarly, at least those 2 hours in the morning or whatever time we give for ourselves every day, let us not start a side conversation. Let's hold all our conversation. So Chanakya Pandit says this one important formula for key in success in life. He says that Subhasya Shigram, the highest thing, the most important thing should be done as soon as possible, and anything not so important or let's say bad should be postponed. So we can postpone all our conversation, all our tasks, all our laundry list till this most important thing of chanting is done in the morning. That is what Madhavendra Puri is showing. If not the whole day, at least 2 hours, let us practice that. So, Ananyas Chintantamam, one of the symptoms is to divert the deviations. Let's postpone, hold off the conversations. So then, Gopalji appears and Madhavendra Puri, he laments, "Oh my Lord, I could not recognize you. You came," and he laments, but then he does not let this lamentation overcome him or overpower him. What he does is that he immediately gets onto the service. And he gathers few villagers. He goes and tells into the village that my dear villagers, Brajavasis, Gopal has ordered us to take him out. And immediately everybody, they hears him and they agrees to support him. So that is the nature of a great devotee. That very easily he wins the trust of the people. So Madhavendra Puri, all the villagers, they immediately assist him in his mission. So he gathers all the Brajavasis and all the Brajavasis, they took Gopal out, they install him on the top of Govardhan, as you can see here. And very simple altar with two stones, one at the below, another at the back. So Gopalji is installed, and Madhavendra Puri, with the help of all the villagers, you can see how much offering they have done. They got Pancha Gabba and Panchamrita to do Abhishek of the Lord, and then so many pots of water, lots of pots of water, so that Gopalji's body is cooled. So you can see in our ISKCON also here, or many other temples also, we have this Abhishekam. So that's done for the pleasure of the Lord. So, and then everybody offers this wonderful offering to the Lord. And from different villages also people come, other villages, they make a grand offering. It's called Annakut festival. So here Gopal eats everything, but again he gives it back. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhalila 4.77, it says, Yaddapi Gopala Sabha Anna Banjana Khaila Tara Hasta Sparshe Puna Tamani Hoila. Although Sri Gopal ate everything offered, still by the touch of his transcendental hand, everything remained as before. So Krishna tells in 9.26, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta prayachati tadaham bhakti uparitam asnami prayatatmanaha. Right? Bhakti uparitam. Krishna is not lacking. He is the owner of the whole universe. But bhakti uparitam, if we can offer with love, that is what he accepts. So with the transcendental glance of the Lord, Gopalji accepted all the offering, and then he returned as it is. So, but Madhavendra Puri could perceive that. Iha anubhava kaila Madhava Gosai Taro thani Gopalero Lukhano kichu nai. How Gopal ate everything while the food remained the same was transcendentally perceived by Madhavendra Puri Goswami. Nothing remains a secret to the devotees of the Lord. So Chaitanya Charitamrita 4.78 describes this. So nothing is secret to the pure devotees of the Lord. But when we follow the instructions, so pure devotee tells us to do something and we do. Srila Prabhupada gave us so many services. Vigraha, Seva, Nam Prachar, book distribution, our Guru Maharajas. When we follow, then we derive the benefit. Because nothing remains secret to the pure devotee. They may not tell us, but nothing is secret to the pure devotee. That's why Krishna gives this importance of obtaining this education, this bhakti in the parampara. 4.2 Evam parampara praptam imam rajar sayo viduhu shakale neha mahata yoganashta parantapaha. So evam parampara, just like this light is connected to the powerhouse, only then it is glowing. Similarly, when we hear from a pure devotee and execute his instructions, just like these villagers. It doesn't need big qualification, big education, but simple following of the pure devotee can achieve us our life's most perfect achievement. So the villagers, they just listened to Madhavendra Puri and they just acted as per his instruction. And then Madhavendra Puri installed Gopalji, and in just one day, this whole festival was organized. Can you imagine? This Annakut festival, installing Gopalji and offering such elaborate bhoga was done only in one day. For Janmashtami, so much we have to plan, right? For so many weeks and months. So, 4.79, Chaitanya Charitamrita tells, Eko dinara uddog aiche mahotsab koila, Gopala Prabhu hai onne na janila. The wonderful festival and installation of Sri Gopalji was arranged in one day. Certainly, all this was accomplished by the potency of Gopal. No one but a devotee can understand this. So, Madhavendra Puri, he did not take credit. He said, Gopala Prabhu hoila. It happened by the mercy of Gopal. So, we may be able to do a lot of inconceivable things, but we should understand anything good happens. So, the mentality of a devotee, so it's the mentality what differentiates between a devotee and a materialistic person. Externally nothing changes, but it's the change, transformation is internal. So, Gopala Prabhave, a devotee does not take credit in whatever he does. He passes credit to his guru and the parampara and to the other devotees and ultimately to the Supreme Lord. Gopala Prabhave hoila. And if there is any blame, he accepts responsibility. Just like Yudhishthir Maharaj, the whole war happens because the Kurus, they illegally usurped the kingdom of the Pandavas. But after the war, Yudhishthir Maharaj accepted the blame on himself. He says, I am responsible. And he was not at peace actually. He was feeling great lamentation due to that. Whereas a materialistic concept of life is to pass the blame. Anything wrong happens, first we see whom we can pass the blame to. Catch a person and pass the blame. If anything good happens, we try to snatch credit, even if we have not done it. So that is the transformation we need to achieve. From snatching credit and passing blame to passing credit and taking blame. Responsibility. Right? So Gopala Prabhave hoila. And then this katha, that Gopalji appeared and he is accepting bhoga spread, and other villagers came. They also said, we also want to do Annakut festival. We want to also offer. Next verse 4.98 tells, Gopala prakata suni nana desya hoite nana drabya nana loko lagila ashite. In this way, not only the neighboring villagers, but all other provinces came to know of Gopala's appearance. Thus, people came from all over, bringing a variety of presentation. So what's happened next is that Gopal then desires Chandan. So Gopal says, I'm not yet, my body has not cooled down yet. Would you please get me Chandan from Malaya Pradesh, from Jagannath Puri? And then Madhavendra Puri, he did not complain that, oh my God, already I've done so much service. Again you are giving me one more service. He did not think like that. He was immediately ready. So, and then Madhavendra Puri trained all the Brajavasis in service of Gopal. So this Gopalji is reciprocating very nicely with the Brajavasis. Brajavasi lokero Krishna sahaja piriti, Gopalera sahaja priti, Brajavasi prati. So they have nice reciprocation. Sahaja piriti, very simple prem, love they have for each other, Brajavasi and Krishna. So Madhavendra Puri, immediately he actually sets out himself. He did not delegate to anybody that, okay, you do it, while I take care. What he does, he himself did it. So this is one thing to learn, is that sometimes we can pass on the responsibility to many people, but we should also do that. So while we inspire and instruct people to do seva, menial services, we should also include that as part of our daily schedule or weekly schedule or whatever schedule it is, monthly schedule. We ourselves should participate also. Like Lord Brahmaji, he sent all the demigods, but then he himself did not participate. Of course, he's acting as an instrument, all respects to him. But that's why Brahma Vivahan Lila happened. All the demigods, they participated in Krishna's Lila, but then Brahma himself did not come. And then he got bewildered. Hare Krishna Babu. Seek your blessings. So Madhavendra Puri, he himself started to get Chandan, Malaya province. And then Malaya province is 1,000 kilometers. It will be around 700 miles just by walking. It's not that he got a flight and went there. It's not easy. He was ready to walk. And what is that land? It's full of infested with opposing political parties. Sometimes it's fully Muslim province or different other province or jungle, ferocious animals here, the ferocious humans are there who are ready to pounce. But he did not think about all that. He just started. He trained, 2 Bengali Brahmins came, he trained them and he started for Jagannath Puri to get Chandan. So this is another thing to learn, that while we delegate, we should ensure that we ourselves also participate in the seva. And then Madhavendra Puri reached this famous temple, Remuna. And when he reached, then evening time, this famous offering, which is very famous all over the world, it's called Amrita Kali. That special kheer is offered. They offered 12 pots of kheer. I was fortunate to get one by one devotee's mercy. I'm remembering while telling that. It's very special. So anyways, so this famous offering of 12 pots is called Amrita Keli. Gopinath Kheer is getting offered. And Madhavendra Puri, he was just asking Pujari that what is the speciality about this temple? What is the special seva you do? Because his devotee is always eager to learn and serve. Vaisheshik Maharaj also tells, open for learning. Altitude is by attitude. So, and Madhavendra Puri, then this Pujari explains that the famous offering is this 12 pots which happen in the evening. And they taste like nectar. That's why they're called Amrita Kali. And just then, the offering, Bhoga, was coming. And Madhavendra Puri thought, only if I could taste this kheer, then I could prepare for Gopalji. See, he was not thinking that how do I will enjoy. That was not there slightest in his mind. He's thinking, what is the recipe? So that I can also prepare. But the great cooks like Madhavendra Prabhu we have here, just by eating, he can tell you the recipe. He doesn't need to know all nitty-gritties and details. So Madhavendra Puri seems like he was a great cook. He has a great knowledge. Just on a testing, he can whole thing he can understand. So he was thinking, if I can just taste this. This is one thing with the devotees who are very absorbed in the seva, Vigraha seva or many other sevas, book distribution, Krishna Gatha. Whatever object they see, they immediately connect with Krishna because Krishna is thick in their mind. Let's say Pujari like Koladi Prabhu goes to a market. He sees a rose, immediately he will think how to offer it to Krishna's lotus feet. This Krishna is thick in the mind. He immediately connects. A devotee immediately connects. A Pujari. Anything he sees, nice garland, he thinks, oh, how would it look on Radha Madan Mohan? Must be very good. And the attention to details. Madhavendra Puri is already offering kheer. But he wants to offer the best kheer. And he heard this is a famous thing here. So always in ISB we have this mantra, better seva. We always want better service. So Madhavendra Puri is thinking like that. But then he thought, no, this is offensive. Why am I thinking like this? So this is aparad. So thinking like that, after the Arati he offered obeisances and he left. Although this is not at all any aparad or anything. He is thinking for Krishna's pleasure only. But Krishna, his love for his devotee is so much thick that he can do anything for his devotee. Anything, absolutely anything. Didn't he break his promise in the war of Kurukshetra? Why? To honor the word of Bhishma Dev. His love for Bhishma is so much, he can break his own promise. Didn't he steal the pots of yogurt from different gopis' houses? So to give pleasure to devotees, Krishna can do anything. He ran away from the battlefield. A common person does his blasphemy, but Krishna does, we discuss for thousands of years. For last 5,000 years, and even thousands of years, this pastime has been discussing. So Krishna again did that same exceptional thing. Stealing, he stole one pot of Amrita Keli and hid behind his dhoti. And at the night, he gave dream to this Pujari, told, my dear devotee Madhavendra Puri, I have stolen a pot of kheer for him. You please go and deliver to him. So, Krishna's love, that's why Krishna's love is so much that he can do anything. And he reciprocates with a person as per his Shraddha and his love for Krishna. That's why how much we can connect to Krishna depends on how much Shraddha we have for the process on Krishna, that much we can connect with our seva to the Lord. Right? So that much we can realize that the holy name is Krishna, or this seva is actually for pleasing Krishna. So that Shraddha, that purpose should be clear. Otherwise what happens? If we think Krishna, that okay, he is just a stone, then he will remain a stone like for us. The Krishna reciprocates accordingly. But here we see Krishna stole a pot of kheer. Right? So that's why there is a famous sloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Pratima nahatumi shakshad brajendra nandan vipralagi karatumi akarya karan. This is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 5.96. that you are not a pratima, you are Brajendra Nandan Shakshad, Krishna himself. So Krishna accordingly reciprocates. So then, but then what happens is, this Pujari, he was also a very great devotee. He was not slightest envious that, oh my God, I'm serving you for so many years. You stole kheer for Madhavendra Puri, who just suddenly came from somewhere, and for me, no kheer. Stealing. He did not think like that. He was not envious. So this is one quality. Nirmat saranam satam. Dharmo projita kaita batra paramo nirmat saranam satam. Vedyam vastavam atra vastu shibadam tapatrayon mulanam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikite Kimba Parerishwara Sadhya Hridi Avaruddhate Atra Kitivi Shushubis Tat Shanat. The person who is Nirmatsara, he can understand the imports of Bhagavatam, the message of Krishna, the holy name. Tat Shanat. Hridi Avaruddhate. Krishna become captured in his heart. If you are envious on a person, on a devotee, by seeing his advancement, that is actually envy to Krishna. Because Krishna is empowering that person to be powerful, or showing some opulence, or doing whatever little activity he is doing. So by disagreeing, by envying that person, we are actually disagreeing with Krishna's will to empower that person. So that's why Chaitanya Chaitamrita Kaviraj Goswami says that I am suffering in my heart with boils of envy. That envy is like a boil, abominable substance. And he describes like Chaitanya Vaidya. When you take shelter of the Vaidya, the doctor, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on the left side, the golden, the Lord, then we can overcome this anartha of envy, which is like a boil in the heart. So this Pujari goes to the market and gives the kheer, Amrita Keli, to Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri, in ecstasy, crying in love for the Gopinathji. Gopinathji became famous at Sheer Chor Gopinath, who stole kheer. He became famous like that. So Madhavendra Puri ate that kheer, not only the kheer, the pot also he smashed, every bit he ate. Prasad is Krishna's mercy. When the bhoga is offered to the Lord, Pujari lovingly offers on behalf of all the devotees. Krishna accepts it and he leaves his mercy. It is a very rare substance. That's why we should never waste prasadam. We should never waste even a drop of prasadam. It is our extreme rare mercy to get the prasadam. So, but Madhavendra Puri then thought that, okay, my God, I'll become very famous. Everybody will start talking. Imagine if somebody tells Shri Shamataji, Krishna left a flower for you. Everybody will know. So what Madhavendra Puri did is then he practically ran away because he did not want any puja or pratishtha. So it says, Pratistharo swabhava ei jagate bihito jaina vanche tare hoy bihito nirmito vidhata nirmito pratisthar bhaye puri gela palaya Krishna premo pratishtha chale sange garaya. So Madhavendra Puri, so first loka what it tells, pratishtha sabhab ei jagate. What is the nature of the pratishtha is that those who don't want it, it goes after them. So devotee's nature is he don't want in puja pratishtha. At least we should not. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, who can chant? Trinadapi suni chena Taroropi sahishnuna amanena manadena kirtanaya sadahari na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmane janmaneshware bhavatad bhakti rahitu kit. Na dhanam, na janam, I don't want any of this. So, but the pratishtha is running after such a person who don't want pratishtha. So Madhavendra Puri reached Jagannath Puri, but before he reached, his fame reached. And then he used this pratishtha for Krishna seva. So immediately everybody was there. What can I do for you, my dear devotee Madhavendra Puri? You are so famous. Govinda stole kheer. Madhavendra Puri requested, can we get some chandan? Immediately chandan was arranged without even asking. 1 man chandan, it's mentioned. Several kgs, around 40 kgs. And then not only chandan, with karpura was also given, and some assistance was also given. Will carry, some guards were given, and some release letters from government, release letters were also given. So with this, Madhavendra Puri is coming with lot of difficulty. So, and by seeing that, Gopalji become very pleased and he become dayaban, merciful. Mahadaya May Prabhu Bhakta Vatsala. Mahadaya May Prabhu Bhakta Vatsala Chandana Puri Bhakta Shrama Karila Safala. So he says that you don't have to carry this chandan all the way to Vrindavan. You apply it to Gopinathji, I will be satisfied. So Madhavendra Puri was ready to take any trouble for Gopalji. So that's why it says, Pragara premera ei swabhava achara nijo dukkha vignadiro nakare vichar. So this is the Gopinath deity in Ramuna. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki jai. So he says, so a devotee takes any trouble to please the Lord. That is the nature of pragara prem. Love means service. It's not lip dip. Just saying. It is action based. How much a mother serves, how much Mother Yashoda took trouble. So Madhavendra Puri took that much trouble to please Gopalji. And Gopalji became very pleased with Madhavendra Puri. And he said, my dear Madhavendra Puri, you don't have to carry it all the way. Just offer this to Gopinathji and I will be pleased just by that. So then Madhavendra Puri, he became ready and he put chandan paste and he offered. And this pastime is being discussed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu soon after his sannyas. He is remembering his dear pure devotee Madhavendra Puri. So how many Lord's mercy Madhavendra Puri got? Gopalji, he took milk for him. He gave darshan first time. There that you rescue, you take me out of the bush, right? Second time chandan. Third time here, don't have to apply tilak. 3 times he gave darshan. Gopinathji stole kheer for him. Mahaprabhu himself is discussing. Nityananda Prabhu is happy there because he is also listening. So that's why Krishna from all aspects is glorifying his great devotee Madhavendra Puri. And by Madhavendra Puri following in his footsteps, we also in many different temples, like depending on the situation, this Chandan Yatra festival goes on. So from Tuesday it's starting, for 21 days it goes on. For Lord's pleasure, different colorful chandan is applied. And by seeing that, devotees become happy, and by seeing devotees happy, Krishna becomes happy. So in summary, we learn few great lessons from here. C stand for, so the Chandan is the lesson that we want to take. Because this Krishna Katha, Krishna's pastime, Krishna's name is like a Chandan. The more you rub it, the more nice smell, fragrance comes out of it. So C is for chanting. How Madhavendra Puri was chanting. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we take it very seriously. H, CH. H stands for hearing Krishna Katha. Who was hearing Krishna Katha here? The Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, Mukunda, Jagadananda, right? And Gadadhar. These 4 people are hearing. Mahaprabhu is telling. Chanting. Who is chanting? Madhavendra Puri. Remember the sin? First sin, he was chanting. And Gopalji got. A stands for absorption. Whatever seva we do, whether it is chanting or any other seva, we should do it complete absorption. Wasn't it Madhavendra Puri? Whatever seva he did it with absorption. He was chanting in the first sin with absorption. N, not accepting any respect. Remember the sloka, Madhavendra Puri ran away out of fear. He didn't want pratishtha. D stands for determination. How much determined he was. This whole pastime is to actually glorify Madhavendra Puri. Srila Prabhupada, he was ready to fulfill his spiritual master's order. Taking a difficult journey in ship at 70 years of age, suffering 3 heart attacks. He came to the shore by ship, cargo ship, to the west. And he had nobody to receive. Left, right, nobody was there. But Srila Prabhupada took that order. And because of him, all over the world, we are hearing Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, Krishna Prasad. So that's determination. A stands for austerity. We should be ready to voluntarily accept austerity. So either it is forced by the nature as a suffering on us, or we voluntarily can accept austerity. For doing any seva, doing any good thing, no pain, no gain. So we should accept austerity. And N stands for Nirmat Saranam, non-enviousness. We learn from the Pujari that he was not envious. Thank you very much. If you have any question, comment, correction, anything good I spoke, inspiring, it is only due to the mercy of Vaishek Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and previous acharyas. Anything wrong and inappropriate, that's mine. I beg forgiveness for that. Thank you for your time. If you have any question, comments, correction, please feel free. Yeah, I think we have 5 minutes time. Probably time for 2 questions. Yeah, 2 or 3 questions or comments.
The non-envious part was actually particularly very beautiful. Of course, this story is very instructive. But you also mentioned the Pujari, he wasn't questioning Gopinath. I've been doing service for so long. Why not me? But then you also mentioned very beautiful point which I never thought. Being envious of a devotee, a devotee exhibiting certain capabilities, certain things, being envious of him is actually being envious of Krishna, because Krishna chose to show that capability through that devotee. So that was a very beautiful point. So any recommendations on how, as sadhaka bhaktas, we do have this competitive nature. We want to get better than ourselves, but at the same time, we don't want to become envious of others. Any recommendations, any comments, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. So Mahaprabhu, after he took sannyas, thank you for the nice question. Mahaprabhu, after he took sannyas, he came to this gram called Kulina Gram, which is now the Navadvip. So this Mayapur, this side, right? That side is Navadvip. So there is the location of Kulina Gram. So then That is where Gopal Chapal was delivered also. So one Brahman came and he was telling, Mahaprabhu, I have offended your devotees. I have blasphemed you. Please tell me, how can I get rid of this mentality? So Mahaprabhu said that this blaspheming is like, it's there in Chaitanya Bhagavat, this particular pastime by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. So blaspheming a pastime, devotee or the Lord is like drinking poison that can kill us, meaning killing our spiritual life. Drinking poison can kill our spiritual life. Criticizing a devotee can kill our spiritual life. That's why in Nam Aparad, first Aparad is to blaspheme a devotee who have dedicated the life of propagating the holy name of the Lord. Mahaprabhu said the antidote of drinking poison is drinking nectar. What is the nectar? Nectar is glorifying devotee. If we glorify devotee, even as a austerity, maybe the heart is paining, even as a austerity, that will please Krishna. It will naturally happen afterwards, but start with austerity. If we struggle to find a few good qualities on a devotee, starting with that and glorify that genuinely. Sometimes glorification also can be done in a political way, in a sarcastic way, but not that, genuinely glorifying, and especially at the back of the devotee. That's like icing on the cake. Then that pleases Krishna so much that quality Krishna blesses in our heart to develop that quality. So Mahaprabhu gave this Aushadhi, Chaitanya Vaidya. He's a doctor, transcendental. That with the same mouth you have drank poison, you drink nectar. So we should find every opportunity to glorify a devotee, to find good qualities. Srila Prabhupada said, any fool can criticize. We sometimes become self-appointed watchdogs. Nobody has given the responsibility, but we become critical on some people. Self-appointed watchdogs. Is that your responsibility? No. Sometimes as a responsibility, if somebody is responsible in that position, a management role, he may have to do that. But that's his seva. That too very carefully. But otherwise we don't have any business, right? So Mahaprabhu gave this formula, with the same mouth that you have drunk poison, you drink nectar. So that is and then it pleases Krishna so much. That is the antidote. Hare Krishna, thank you. One last question, comment, and then we'll wrap up. Anybody? Any questions? Okay. Comments, corrections? Yeah, Madhavendra Prabhu, please.
No, very nice pastimes you mentioned about. So because people nowadays don't understand the fragrance of Chandan, because many have not. So sometimes they will not understand what sandalwood, you can get the powder one, but sometimes you get the duplicates and all these things. But nevertheless, it gives even the ancient, the mood and the spirit should be understood well. Thank you for explaining. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So we'll now have the Arati of the Lord. We can all get up and put the asanas in place, and let's be ready.
Yes, Shyama Rupa Prabhu ki jai.
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki
Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
You? Huh? Me? If you want. Yeah, you can sing. Can you open it?
Hare Krishna. Okay. Oh, Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome back. Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Shiva Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Kasoha Shiva Jaya Janhavi Tatamani Jagamana Lobha Janhavi Tatamani Jagamana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Gaurangera Arati Kasobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Gaurangera Arati Kasobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Jaga Jana Mana Lobha Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Shiva Dakshine Nithai Chanda Vame Gadadhara Nikaje Advaita Sini Vasa Chakradhara Nikaje Advaita Sini Vasa Chakradhara Shiva Basi Ache Gora Chanda Ratna Singhasane Hey Arati Kore Namah Adi Devagane Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivastava Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivastava Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. You need rest also. You need rest. Mohana, Madana Mohana. Hey, Madana Mohana, Madana Mohana. Madana Mohana, hey, Madana Mohana, Madana Mohana. 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 Jaya Radha, Madan Mohan Radha, Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe. Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतवचनार भक्ति वेदांत समय जगतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद महाराज की नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट अश्लील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र धाम की जय। गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Who is singing nursing prayer? Volunteer? Oh, you're singing?
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narsimhaya. Praladadayine. Praladadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shilatanka nakalaye. Shilatanka nakalaye. Hito Narsingha, Parato Narsingha. Hito Narsingha, Parato Narsingha. Hito Narsingha, Bahi Narsingha Hridaye Narsingha Bahi Narsingha Hridaye Narsingha Narsingha Madim Charana Kapade Narasimha Madim Charana Kapade Tavakara Kamala Vare Nakam Adbhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Avakara Kamala Vare Nakam Adbhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Narahari Jaya Nitagora Haribo, 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 Nitagora Haribo. Nitagora Haribo, 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 Nitagora Haribo. श्री विघ्न विनाश नृसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, शिल प्रभुपाद की, शिल गुरुदेव की, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. We welcome you all on a warm and a sunny Sunday here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. Thank you for taking out your precious time and joining us here at Sunday Feast Festival at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. We also would like to thank all those who have joined us online. So let's give a big round of applause to everyone who has joined us today. Today's Krishna Katha was brought to us by His Grace Shyama Rupa Prabhu. So please let's give us a big round of applause and express our gratitude. The ecstatic kirtan was led by His Grace Balivardhan Prabhu. So let's give a big round of applause. And the energetic Narsimha Arati was led by Sadhu Vrindavan Prabhu. So anyone coming here for the first time to ISKCON of Silicon Valley? Thank you. Thank you. We have few devotees here. Thank you all for coming. If you have any questions or would like to answer you any queries, we would be happy to assist you in any way we can. So please, don't feel yourself at home. Thank you for joining us. And let's chant one Maha Mantra for all the newcomers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we have a couple of sponsorships for today. The first is Ruchir Prabhu is sponsoring on the occasion of his daughter's birthday. Ruchir Prabhu, please come. If your daughter is here, is your daughter here? Thank you, Ruchir Prabhu. You are our usual Sunday sponsor. Thank you for sponsoring for today. This is a small frame and a Mahaprasad for you. Thank you. Would you like to say a few words?
It is truly a privilege to have this occasion in your presence. So on this day, all I want to say is that please pray for her and shower your blessings. That's my humble request to you. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
The next sponsor is Aditi Singh, is sponsoring on the occasion of her son's Mundan ceremony. Is that right? Okay, thank you for sponsoring. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. And here is a small gift from us and a Mahaprasad. And would you like to say a few words?
Thank you everyone for coming today, and please shower your blessing. It's my son's Munda ceremony today, so we would just like to to celebrate with everyone, and we would like you to bless him. Thank you.
What is his name? Anay Singh. We wish Anay Singh all the best and hope he make progress in his spiritual life. Thank you.
2.5 years.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So what's coming up is we have few events that's coming up. First is the ISV picnic. The annual picnic, the most awaited event that we have here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. That's coming up next Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Wasona Park in Las Gatos.
So if you must have received an email a couple of weeks back, please RSVP. If you don't receive an email or if you are not aware of this event, please reach out to Hansapriya Mataji or myself. We would be able to assist you in any way. Your name? Shri Gopal Das. Thank you. Very welcome, Prabhu. So we hope to see you all there next week, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay? Thank you. Okay, here Mataji would like to say.
Hare Krishna. So I know that last 2 years because of COVID we could not do the annual gathering, but this year we are very much looking forward to it. And as you know that we have the activities for the kids, adults. We're going to have a presence of ISKCON Prabhu and Nirkula Mataji, and we have some surprises for you. So do not miss out and call all the devotees who are not here today as well, because it seems very light crowd today, but we don't want our devotees to miss out, and we haven't seen some of them for the last 2 years. So this is a time that devotees that you have not met in a while, make a point and reach out to them and invite them to the ISV family gathering. Is that one request that you take home today? That's the homework. Okay? And then following Saturday, on the May 14th is the Nrsimha Chaturdasi, and we will have the schedule go out shortly. So, but it's Saturday, so do plan to come in the morning program, and then we're going to have the robust book distribution, and then we're going to have evening program as well. But details to be confirmed soon. So please do not miss out both the opportunities. Next Sunday, the picnic, ISV picnic, and the following Saturday is the Nrsimha Chaturdasi gathering.
Thank you. So, Sukeshwari Mataji has some announcement for Vedic Academy.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome. I just want to mention that for those of you who don't know, we have a Sunday school at the temple, and it's called Vedic Academy. And we've had this for almost 2 decades. So if you guys, all the kids who don't mind, please raise your hand and you can stand up if you've been in Vedic Academy for the past 10 years or more. We have several kids. They all started off with being toddlers. And then we have kids who are going to college now. So we have a wonderful curriculum, and we have a wonderful staff who take care of them. They teach them the Shastras. So even if they go out in the world, they are very strong as far as their culture goes, so they can actually put things in the right way. You know, there's so much out there that our kids can be totally distracted. But this kind of, education has helped them a lot. So for us, this is the first time that we are actually going to do all-day summer camp through Bhagavad Seva. We've never done this before. We've had summer camps in the temple before, but we have the same teachers, wonderful staff that will be helping us do the all-day camp. And if you have any questions, I will have this. I've sent it out in ISV General, and I will also have Sri Gopal Prabhu have a copy of this. If you can come talk to Prabhu, he can actually just WhatsApp you or email it to you. So it's a 2-week all-day camp, and the dates are June 13th to 17th and June 20th to 24th. We have various activities starting with, just a little bit math, literature, Shastra Jam. We are going to teach them bhajan, and it will be at the temple. So they will actually get to, attend the Bhoga Arati with Shri Radha Madan Mohan. And in the afternoon, they have various other activities like ceramic and canvas painting. We'll be teaching simple cooking, understanding what goes into the cooking, chemistry of food, a little bit of Ayurveda. And Vaisheshika Prabhu is strong about entrepreneurship. He wanted us to add the entrepreneurship and innovation. We'll be teaching kids about how to manage money a little bit. Yes, you're seeing it from 5 to 11-year-old. Yes, even a 5-year-old will actually understand simple coins. They can have their own little store. So we will have some practical, fun games. We will have treasure hunt, cosmic yoga, and go noodle. We have so much fun. The most important thing is they will be learning with the theme of Krishna tales and Radha, the Queen of Vrindavan, in the 2 weeks. So please reach out. Shri Gopal Prabhu will be here, and I will give him all the details so that anybody interested can talk to him. You can also talk to me. My name is Sukeshwari Devi Dasi, and we will really appreciate if you can spread this word as well. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So the next announcement is, there is an annual Little Krishna Kids Festival that happens annually. So that's happening on May 21st, as we announced last week. There is a small video from the previous years that we would like to play for you and see what those activities are at the Little Krishna Kids. Hare Krishna.
Event, it is basically to give the awareness to the kids and families. As you know, we are raised with these values. We have the values, the spiritual values in India, but when they come here, they lose it, right? So that the parents, by this event, they get into it. Like they let the practice the kids and all the things basically.
All of them with Krishna. Is it that they are not influenced by my mystic power? Have they been playing?
Yeah, so it is very good that they teach all the Hindu traditions and everything.
Because of the stories, she's able to relate them, and when she's home, she'll be like, Mom, Krishna said this, so I should be more careful in how I'm behaving. So that is the biggest thing for me.
This is a good exposure for her, I feel. Instead of reading books and teaching her, I feel that this kind of event, gives them a lot of information because they can observe and learn so many things which we cannot teach them at home. Here they can literally see it instead of imagining. So that makes a lot of difference, I feel, in their learning.
It's a good opportunity for little kids to know about our culture.
This is the platform where all the kids get to perform and they're outgrowing their fear.
Learning the values.
So here they are getting to know, who is Krishna, who is Kansa, who is the characters. She knows now the reason why there is linga. She knows why for Brahma there are no temples.
It's more of spiritual enrichment.
Platform to them to teach history, our culture. So I really feel it's amazing.
I think I'm happy, really happy.
So I felt very happy because when we go to Liverpool temple, she tells why is Shivalinga there?
And I'm amazed, it's all run by volunteers. It's 100% volunteers, so it's amazing.
Well, the whole idea behind any kind of spiritual education is to understand real values and spiritual culture so that it actually helps you to de-stress from everything that's going on in your life.
So it's not just as a competition, but it's basically giving the awareness to give the values to the kids.
So it's an avenue for students to pay attention to these aspects, and our festival gives an opportunity.
So it's pretty good in bringing the values of the spiritual life to them, the yogic values.
So now Vrunda will announce the cooks for today's.
Hare Krishna, today's prasadam was cooked by Neelachal Chandra Mataji, Hari Sankirtan Prabhu, Tadiya Seva Prabhu, Mayank Prabhu, Priyesh Prabhu, Bhumika Mataji, Sudevi Mataji, Sonia Mataji, Shraddhavanti Mataji, Jamuna Keli Mataji, Anesthesia Mataji, Sri Mahaprabhu Prabhu, and the cleaning was done by Srinivas Prabhu, Justin Prabhu, Divyanand Prabhu, and Shyama Rupa Prabhu.
We also would like to thank His Grace Charu Nimai Prabhu and Giruvar Prabhu for bringing us the online, running our communication booth here and running the center. So let's thank them all. Now we will go to the Prasad Sevya prayers.
Thank you.
Yeah, please lead the prayer.
Can you put the Prasadam prayer? Which? So we'll chant together. Sarira vidyajal jodendriya taheka jive fele visaya sagare tar madhye vibhati लोभमय सुमति ताकि जेठा कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ दया परिवारे भजा सप्रसाद अन्न दिलो से अन्नामृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमे डाको चैतन्य गीता एक दिन शांति पूरे महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे कल्प पुण्य बतम राजन साधे सर्व दुखाना हानिग्रस्त जायते प्रसन्न बुद्धि परियातिष्ठते तयो प्रवक्त सद्गंध वास अलंकार चर्चित उच्चिष्ट बोधिनो दास सबमायं जय मे बर्हापीदं नटवर बहु कर्णयो कर्णिकारम् विभ्राट्वास कनक कपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रावेणोरधर सुदया पुरयान् गोपवृन्दे बृन्दारण्यं सपदरमणं रविसद्गीतकीर्तिः तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदागतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जना कृष्णो कीर्तनगाननर्तनकला पार्थो जनी प्रार्थिता क्रमभुवा श्रेणीविहारस्पदम् कर्णानन्दिकराध्वनि वहतु मे जिह्वामरुकाङ्गणे श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव लता तथापि तत्र सुरता व्यापारलीलाविधो रेवारोदसी वेतसी तरुतले
चेता समुत्कण्ठते श्रीविष्णु श्रवणे परीक्षित वाया सखी कीर्तने प्रह्लाद स्मरणे तदङ्घ्रि भजने लक्ष्मी पृथु पूजने अक्रूरस्त्वभिवन्दने कपिपतिर्यथा शक्तिर्जुना सर्वस्वात्मनिवेदने बहिरभो कृष्णाप्तिरे सम्परा निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Please come and take prasadam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.